next we have Netflix Heart of Stone, and again stars Gal Gadot and
It was
James
kind of cute,
Gordon. Yeah, a little bit.
just a little bit.
So this is kind of a film that I tend to judge streaming films slightly different than theater films because again, it's kind of what you're paying for. You pay
I
money
did it in the theater. Yeah.
yeah. So I kind of rate them a little bit differently, and I kind of the theme of I think this week is movie's okay. It's worth seeing. Like I enjoyed watching it. Like I wasn't angry that I watched it, but at the same time, it just didn't really have a lot of magic
Right.
to it. There's obviously pretty zero character development. I did like the AI kind of like how they use an AI to kind of it's kind of a poor man's Mission Impossible. Um,
Sure.
and so that part was kind of cool how they used the AI to do it. But yeah, it just lacked a little oomph to it. And
There was something that it just missed. It was almost like somebody was sitting there and like said, "What if we took Wonder Woman and made her an agent of
yeah,
some government
it didn't have
and
soul. It didn't have any
let's,
soul.
let's throw some AI in there and make it kind of complex to make you think it's
Yeah,
more interesting," which it did in a
yeah,
sense, right? Like there were things about it that kind of kept you enthralled through the film, and the action sequences were good. I mean, even the stunts were fine, the performances were fine, but yeah, there was just something that was just missed
yeah.
out of this. It's a fine watch. Like you're
Final.
going to be fine watching it on Netflix, and it'll be good. And she's always good because it's kind of
Yeah,
her thing, right? Like
yeah,
action and being cute,
yeah,
and there was some humor in it as well. And she showed a lot of humor in it, which I thought was. I don't think I've really seen that because she did Death of the Nile, which there was no real humor in that, and even Wonder Woman. I mean, there's moments, but
yeah.
there was some humor in here. So I look forward to seeing her in more comedic roles if people are willing to do that in a film.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, you pretty much nailed it. It just needs. I think it needs passion and heart. I think I don't know too much in depth, but just shooting from the hip, feel like the writer and the director probably this is not necessarily a passion project. This
Right.
is this is something maybe. Hey, this is the like you're saying. This is the formula we want. Stir it together and make a film. And
It's it's
I don't
almost Netflix versus Apple, right? Like if Netflix only put out content that was really good all the time, like Apple, then this movie could have been something better because there would have been a little bit more development time in the story, in the character development, and really kind of making it a determination on how should we really make this story kind of translate. Apple does a beautiful job of only putting out content every 2 or 3 months, and there's a reason for that because you can tell when you watch one of Apple's movies. We're not being sponsored by it, but at the same time, there's value in each of these films that we've seen so far from Apple versus Netflix that just decides they want to just throw stuff out there. But whatever, I'm just a guy.
yeah, but yeah. So kind of watch it. Like I said, it's a solid streaming film. Go check it
Solid.
out. Obviously, if you already have Netflix, I would say definitely watch it. And it might even be kid appropriate.
I mean, if you're okay with violence, then
Yeah,
yeah.
PG-13. So and it's not gory violence. So
No, not gory violence, no nudity or
yeah,
ton of bad language, but
I don't think the language was even that bad. But
no, nothing worse than I've done in front of my kids.
exactly.